All right, guys, going into the third round of what is this? Oath of the Gatewatch. I almost said Dragons of Tarkir somehow. I'm like a year behind. Oath of the Gatewatch draft. We lost. We won round one, lost round two. Our deck has superb, amazing removal. Makes the game last a long time, but it lacks, I think, the big threat to help us get there. We did win round one despite that. Round two, though, we just got housed. I mean, we made our opponent work really hard, but that's about it. This hand, I think, is actually a keep. It's kind of slow, but we have some early-ish interaction, and we got, a pretty big bomb in our hand that we can already cast. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I don't love it, but it's okay. We probably need to dig for an island with our Evolving Wilds, even though the chances we draw one are relatively high compared to drawing a forest. I mean, I guess I have the time to wait a turn. I might draw a 2-drop, but our deck doesn't have a lot of those, so I think I'm okay waiting a turn, seeing if we hit that island, and if we don't, then we go for the island with our Evolving Wilds. I'm gonna hit a 2-drop now that I said that. Boom, hit a 2-drop. Okay, well, definitely want an island now, so that's what we're gonna go after. We got our colorless sources for Blinding Drone too, so that is good. One of the many ways our deck slows the opponent's progression. All right, so we're going to grab that island. We can't, have all these blue cards in our hand and not have an island. Even though, probably going to draw one now. Nope, swamp. Okay. We're going to play our Blinding Drone. I am not going to play our colorless source yet. I always like to conceal information when I can in situations like this, because our opponent's plan may be like, okay, well, he doesn't have colorless mana yet, so I'm going to do X, when in fact I do have it. So I like to do that sort of thing. Would be nice to have a way to exile some stuff, that's for sure. Do I want to get in for one here? Yeah, probably. I don't really see a great reason not to. I could tap something down at the end of his turn, I guess, but I can also just do it later and not take any damage. So opponent drops to 19. There is one green rare that's 3 mana that he could have flashed in there that would have definitely made me have a bad day. I could have swept it away, I guess, but it would not have been amazing. But he didn't have it, so... Avoiding playing Mercstrider for now. All right, well, now we're probably going to start tapping that guy down for a while. Although we can actually block it, so... Ooh, I like that. Time to harvest some thoughts, which will also allow us to later Mercstrider. Actually, Mercstrider being played is enough to make... It's a good little combo right there. So we're just going to hang back. Maybe tap his guy down at the end of his turn, since it does have reach, and our deck does like to try to fly over for the win. We can play Baloth Null, technically, but we do have to tap like 1 extra mana for it, basically. Okay, well that's interesting. So I'll just be tapping that down now. I mean, it does... Yeah, I mean... That is... Oh, okay. Well, that does suck. Takes out our Thought Harvester, which was like part of our plan, but we do get to take out his forest from attacking us. So we kind of got a 2-for-1 there. I mean, there is that at least. But we're going to take 2 here. Which isn't ideal, but we can get this back with Baloth Null, which might also be a good reason to play Mercstrider, I guess. But if I can get this back with Baloth Null, which I can do with the Vestige for 6, I'll be in pretty good shape to make Mercstrider happen. So let's see what we draw. Null Caller. I think I still play Baloth Null, which means I may as well attack with my Blinding Drone. That Elemental Uprising there would have actually been pretty good. We need to add green. Let's make sure we do that. Would have been pretty good if we couldn't have tapped that down, because our opponent would have just like blown up our board and Would have been pretty sad for us. So we're just going to play our null to draw one card. I think that's all I've managed to do with it in this tournament. But one card is still pretty good when you're playing a massive-ish threat and getting back a card that can help you win in the air. So there's like, what, one card in green-red that can kill a Baloth null? And then we did see it. We thought about first picking it. That's not it, but it is quite large. We can just tap it, though, so I'm not overly concerned about it. All right, so I think now we play our Thought Harvester. Lets us leave mana up for, except we need to tap our mana more smartly. Leaves us mana up for Sweep Away. And then I'll end my turn there. Okay, Baloth Pup. Not a big concern. I was just about to say that our Flaying Tendrils doesn't look great in this matchup, but, you know, now we do at least get a 1-for-1, which I don't mind. So we're going to tap down Big Daddy 6/5 here. And in return, Carrier Thrall, huh? So we can Merc Strider here, bounce his Giant Mantis. Seems like it's way more value to bounce the Canopy Gorger, though. Like, he has to tap 6 and attack with it again. I mean, the thing about it is, like, this Mantis, he's a serious problem. I guess I could tap the Mantis and then get in for some pretty sweet damage here, too. Yeah, let's do that. Let's use this offensively to tap down his Mantis. And that means we don't have to play Merc Strider right away, so we can sort of bluff stuff and leave mana up for other things. So like if he tries to use a combat trick, then we can use Sweep Away that way. So we're going to swing with both of these. All right, opponent goes to 12. And then we'll play out Merc Strider. You can also play our Carrier Thrall. So, all right. Nice little mini combo there. Good, we hit a Cinder Hellion too, who is a problem of sorts. And we'll bounce his Canopy Gorger so that he has to spend another turn doing stuff. And we'll play out our Carrier Thrall so we can just, you know, if we tap this down next turn, or it'll eventually be a turn where we might be able to get through with a Carrier Thrall, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Sweep Away could help us get there, too. He's up to 8 mana, which is a little scary. There definitely are some powerful cards in those colors that he could play. But Canopy Gorger, again, isn't really one of them. I mean, it definitely slows my roll a little bit. Let's do some math here. If I sweep away the guy with reach, tap the Gorger, he has a 3/1 to block. I attack with everything. Don't think that's quite enough to do the job. He'd block my 4/5 and then take 3/5, 7. It would do 8? No, it's just 7, actually. Interesting. Well, I guess we're not attacking this turn. Between his 6/5 and his 2/4, I will play Sky Scour. I'm going to leave mana up for Sweep Away. We hit a mountain. We can, you know, at the end of his turn, we can use Blinding Drone, and then on our turn, use Blinding Drone, and that can result in a pretty hard swing from us. So I think that is potentially our plan. I mean, I don't think I'm even going to tap down Canopy Gorger, because if he, ooh, That's a little scary. If he decides to attack with his Gorger, I can just sweep it away. So he's not going to attack with it. Okay, so we'll tap down Mr. Reach here. Get in for some damage in the sky. But what happens if I also sweep away? Not anything, not enough, basically. So, oh, that's nice. So yeah, we're gonna. Oh, I should have played my blinding drone first. Man, could have gotten in for one more damage. Just get in for 3. Play blinding drone number 2, which I should have done in my pre-combat main phase. All right. So, do we want to play Null Caller? No. I think we want to leave up Sweep Away just because it can result in some pretty sweet blowouts for us. All right. Opponent scooped, saw the writing on the wall between the 2 blinding drones. So, must just not have had an answer, and he was close to lethal anyway. I think Flaying Tendrils. What did he have in play? I don't know. It doesn't seem that good. He played a couple creatures that die to it. I don't think that's enough. Horribly Awry seems actually like it's pretty decent against him. So does a Natural Endurance. I think I bring in Horribly Awry. I mean, it does really hurt when the instances happen where you're like, all you have is Horribly Awry, and you're counting on your opponent playing something that's 4 or less, and they don't. So you sort of just wasted your time. I don't love that. Maybe I should play a Natural Endurance instead in this matchup. There was a lot of combat. I probably should have brought this in the last matchup because my opponent had big flyers that were hard for me to break through with my flyers, but didn't think about that. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I mean, I definitely don't want Flaying Tendrils in this matchup, so I don't think. I'm trying real hard to remember what he had in play, but I feel like they all had like 3 toughness or more. Yeah, I mean, he played one thing where I remember saying, hey, that'll die to Flaying Tendrils, and that's not really enough. If you see 1 in game 1, it's not really ideal. Neither is this hand. Wow. Well, we will be mulliganing into an okay hand. Dampening Pulse seems good against him. That makes it better. I wish Null Caller could exile my opponent's cards. That is sort of a subtle downside to cards like Null Caller is your opponent can use them for their processors, but processors are far less prevalent now, so does it really matter? All right, opponent off to another slow start, which we're happy with. We'll play our Sky Scourer. End our turn. Is he going to get Reality Hemorrhaged? Yep. All right. 2 mana for 2 mana. Don't feel too bad about that. Don't feel good about it either, but if he plays his guy who can pump himself on turn 3, okay, just Elemental Uprising. I'm okay with that. It's basically a burn spell here, and generally those aren't amazing unless they're like the last 4 damage, so I will take 4. I'm happy with that being a card in my opponent's hand. He's down to 4 cards. We can't do anything. So under turn, I'll probably play Null Caller before I play my Pulse rather. I wish that was Impulse. It's an old card. I am real glad that he didn't have anything to put support counters on, because that could have been ugly. So Null Caller seems like a pretty good call here. We can get our green now. We have not struggled with mana. We've drawn too much, but we've never not had our green. I don't feel like I don't think we've ever had a whole game where we're just like, we didn't draw any green. So yeah, Null Caller holds down the fort pretty well here. Can't die to most of the removal in those colors. Feel pretty good about that. We don't have any of our removal though. Okay, well, not too worried about that either. So Pulse. Yeah, Pulse. So we're going to play our Pulse. Which makes my opponent's board much less scary. Playing Evolving Wilds to get my Forest. And I think I just end my turn there. I'm not going to play out my Merc Strider when it can't bounce something unless I end up in a situation where like I don't have any other choice. I really don't want to be bouncing Saddleback Lagak. That's for sure. All right, well that's a problem. Like Merc Strider here is not bad because it lets me double block and only lose one creature, but I don't love it either. So let's get our Forest. Hey, there's Baloth Null. Well, I think I do want to play Merc Strider here and be willing to double block. I want to play this Vestige, though, I think. And then I can use Baloth Null to get two creatures back next turn. Seems pretty good given our opponent's one card in hand. So I'm just going to play my Merc Strider for no value, but there'll be value. I would bounce you if I could, but I can't, so. In my turn. Now, if our opponent uses a trick here to just smash through our Null Caller and Merc Strider, then we're not so happy. But if we can take down the Scourger, we're thrilled. Because then we play our Null, get back whatever he kills, plus our Sky Scourer, and we're basically back ahead. So, all right. Wouldn't take much of a trick to take them both down. I mean, at least the fail case is I play my Null and can do some more stuff. Interesting. Still double blocking. See if he has a trick. I mean, if he has burn here, I'm more okay with it. A trick here that just kills them both, doesn't kill his guy, is not something I would be okay with. Interesting, he chose my Merc Strider to be on top. He's got a trick. Yeah, that'll do it. That's not that kind of burn. I guess burn, I meant like post-combat burn would have been bad, but yeah, that's bad. That is bad news. Okay. We need to draw our removal, but the good news is we can play Baloth Null. Wish I had my unnatural endurance right now. And we will get back, I think we get back Merc Strider and Null Caller. So finally, we get like the awesome thing of drawing two cards. So here, if he swings, we just take it. Then we play out one of these guys and potentially go for another double block situation. Yeah, so we go to 9. All right. Well, now we're talking. That's what we needed to slow down this Canopy Gorger. And then I'm going to play the Null Caller. I'll leave black up to bluff a card that we actually did side in, but so now I don't think I even double block. I think I let him take me to 4 and then just try to take this game over. I mean, I guess he would only kill one of my creatures. His hand's empty. But yeah, he decided not to swing there, so that works for me. Hey, now we're not bluffing. For now, I think I hold on to my Merc Strider. I mean, I feel like I'll get more value out of it later. I'll just end my turn. We'll tap down Canopy Gorger on his turn. And then swing with our Bailoff Null, probably, maybe not. Ooh, that's bad. He can give it trample now, so it's far from ideal. So yeah, we're gonna tappity tap. All right. We're gonna go ahead and make a zombie. Now we don't have to worry like we did in a previous game about what we're gonna do with, like, if we draw our Bailoff Null and we've turned all our creatures in our graveyard into zombies, but now it doesn't matter. Hey, Gravity Negator, I forgot you exist. You're pretty good right now. Pretty good. So I'm going to play this Negator. Although there is a Giant Mantis, so not that good. I think we just stay on the defensive here. Tap his guy down. And just try to... Ooh, there's another large creature. Luckily, not quite as scary as it would be because of Dampening Pulse. High toughness creatures plus Dampening Pulse is pretty good, it turns out. So we're going to tap the Canopy Gorger. Bring the pain. Nope, no pain is brought. Speaking of pain, do we want to drop to 4 or 5? 5's probably a little safer. Yeah, let's drop to 5. Feel like we're about to stabilize here, you know. So, but our opponent's board, like the trample, he can give stuff is scary. We need to draw the removal we need for them. And that is not it, but we got 2 cards deeper into our deck, you know, so for whatever that's worth. All right. Yeah. 5 life is a scary place to be right now, but we can get there. Oh, no. Now we're one touch of the void away from death. I was like, he's played one Cinderhellion. He doesn't have another one, right? Wrong. Wrong. All right. Oh, thank God. Okay. Who's a bigger problem here? Okay, these guys already have trample. So the trample ability is not nearly as good. So I think we go after the Canopy Gorger here. Yeah, that's where we go. And now we can bounce something on a future turn. I don't think we want to do it right now. We don't get that much out of it. But we're going to do it. That I promise you. Like if we bounce, well, I guess if we bounce Giant Mantis right now, it's not a bad turn, huh? Yeah, let's bounce Giant Mantis. So I left mana up to tap something and mana up for a natural endurance. I can swing for 2. That's what I just allowed myself to do. So we'll bounce this Mantis. Give him his Canopy Gorger. Swing. Oh, not with you. With Gravity Negator. Not gonna do that, obviously. We're at far too low of life to be like full on the offensive here. Dampening Field turns out, I guess, is also good with Complete Disregard because it makes more creatures die to it. So if he draws a Touch of the Void, we're dead. So that's not really what we want to be seeing. But now we're in a situation where we can just tap the Mantis down every turn and swing for 2, which is a situation I like. We do need to draw some more blockers sometime. I think here we just let him try to mess us up if he wants to. I don't see it happening. Yeah, it didn't happen. We need another flyer is what we really need. Wonder if our opponent has Touch of the Void. Would be so bad. So would that red combat trick that pumps your guy and gives him trample. That'd be pretty bad right now. We need Blinding Drone number 2 again to get us there. It would definitely help. The good news is, like, if he does swing, we can trade, turn things into zombies. I mean, we're okay with that, I think. Our opponent probably very frustrated with the whole Blinding Drone situation. He's scooped after seeing 2 in the last game, so maybe if we play a second, probably not. I mean, last time we were like well ahead on life, so, or at least not at 3. I don't really remember where we were anymore. Not what we're looking for. So we're going to swing with Gravity Negator until we can get him down to 6 and then send this over to... That's our plan at this point. I guess down to 10 if we still have Unnatural Endurance in our hand. There's that. He can give 2 creatures trample, but the 2 scariest ones already have trample, except for Mina and Den. But Mina and Den dies to a block from a Baloth Null, so not really in a position to attack with it anyway. Actually, they both die to that. So if our opponent draws removal, we're going to be in trouble. Although I guess we can regenerate our guy. So Gravity Negator gets in there. No, thank you. We drop our opponent to 16. And we end our turn. Opponent should be holding on to cards at this point to bluff, because I'd be a little more scared if he were, because that card that I mentioned could wreck us right now. So, also I'm going to be more willing to go in for the like 8 damage turn in a few turns with Baloth Null plus this if he has no cards in his hand. If he has 1 card in his hand, I'd probably shy away from it unless it looked like we had to win that turn or we were dead next turn. So yeah, I mean, this Gravity Negator right now is going to do it for us. We do have Unnatural Endurance to get us out of a problem situation, and Null Caller if he manages to kill a creature. So ooh, there's the second Blinding Drone. We only have 1 colorless source this time though. So last time we had both, so it was like lights out basically. What an exciting win this will be, getting there with, I don't know, I enjoy playing control decks Unlimited even more, just because it's harder to make them usually, like, and granted, I think we have one glaring hole in ours in we don't have a great finisher, but they're pretty fun to play, where you can just sort of, like, control the game, and just get there with your 2/3 in the air, because, ooh, that's a bit of a nuisance, I have to say. Except never mind. The ally will have 0 power, so thumbs up to that. So we can just take the ally all day, unless he has a card in his hand, in which case we might want to block it. Yeah, he picked that up pretty late. Our deck didn't really want it. If I'd been in any deck that was at all more aggressive, I probably would have taken it. The guys who were playing ally, the guy we lost to in the last round, probably would have loved Captain's Claws with all his rally. See if our opponent does anything. He does not. Tap down Giant Mantis. And continue our strategy. Take him down to 12. So we're getting closer and closer to our 8 damage turn. A couple more swings and we'll be there. It is too bad we only have one colorless source, but if we ever draw a second one, our opponent is going to be sad, I think. Okay. Opponent getting a little wider on us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're still okay, though, to just let him try to break down our door. But if we stop drawing creatures, ooh, I almost tapped the wrong card. Look at that. Then, like that, like we continue to be doing, we're going to be in trouble. If we had another colorless source, we'd be in less trouble, but we don't. So we're going to get him down to 10. So we only need one more swing next turn, and then we can get there. Where are other flyers, man? They would have been so nice. I mean, there's a significant chance we end up losing this one now because our opponent is getting, he could go wide on us. We're at 3 life, so it's not like we can really deal with a whole lot. Several of his creatures have trample. Granted, right now the ones who do have trample, like I can block with a 2/4 and stuff like that. But what's he doing? Okay, I'm not concerned about that. Although he does have plenty of lands to throw away to make himself a 4/5. So I guess that is kind of a problem, actually, because it gives him another sizable threat. Oh, it'd only be a 3/5. So it's a little less worrisome. Okay, question here is, do the same thing. All right, good. We drew a creature. That means I think we can basically feel perfectly safe in attacking here. And next turn we can potentially win with our 8 damage turn we've been talking about for several turns. Especially if his hand's empty, we'll be all over that. Carrier Thrall does combo kind of nicely with Null Caller because it allows me to lose a guy, get a 1/1, and then make a vampire. So it does help me get back, out of danger of dying. Touch of the Void. We win the game this turn if he plays the card in his hand and can't kill us. But if he plays a card in his hand and can kill us, then we are dead, obviously. So let's see what he's got. Something game-breaking, man. Could be. We've already seen one Serpentine Spike today. Maybe we're about to see another one. That would be so bad right now for us. So good for him. 5 mana. I am a little worried. Like a removal spell and our Gravity Negator would completely undo our plans, sadly. Oh, he went after that thing. Interesting. Very interesting. Let me think here. If he salvos that and swings with all his guys. Okay, well, I'm going to tap down the guy who's equipped. I'm going to tap down... Oh, I can only tap down one card, huh? Okay, well, hold on a second. I may actually have to save him with Unnatural Endurance. Oh, except he'll tap anyway, so it's not really relevant. I think we might actually be dead now, sadly, but let's see what happens here. The guys who have trample are a problem. Does our opponent attack? So, yeah, bring the pain. Okay. So Captain's Clause happens. I think I probably should have tapped the creature down here, but, it's too late for that. We have to hold on to our Gravity Negator and our Baloth Null, and that is it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can take 0, 1. I think we got this though. I think. Oh, creatures have trample though, so I don't think we do. I think we're dead. But let's give this a whirl. We'll block here. We will block, and he can give whatever he wants trample too. So it's not great. Yeah, I think we are dead. I think I screwed up there. So, I mean, that's 3 damage. Okay, there may be a way for me to block in such a way that trample damage won't kill me. Let me undo this. Reset blockers. Okay, so we know we got to block here. That has trample. We let 1 damage through here if we block like that. Oh, but he's going to give... I mean, we're going to make him have to give stuff trample, but this will block there. This blocks here. This blocks... That only has 3 power. That has 1 power. Okay, so what happens in this situation? Gives this trample, hits us for 1. Gives this trample, hits us for 1, and that hits us for 1. Okay. I don't think there is a way out, but... This will hit us for 1. This will hit us for 1. This will hit us for 1. Am I missing something? Yeah, killing that null was bad. Okay, so we have to hope our opponent basically doesn't give his guys trample. Otherwise we're dead. We definitely should have tapped down this 4/4 trampler. Oh, this is unblocked too. What am I talking about? Yeah, we're just dead. We are just dead. I forgot about that harvester troll. All right, so we have to win quickly in game 3 or we're going to run out of time, which is not so good. Flaying tendrils. Did it look better there? A little bit, but not much. I think we just send the same deck back out there. The same deck. On to game 3. All right, I would like to play first. I think I have to send this one back. 2 lands, not what you want. Oh, neither is this, but I think we keep it. We get to scry. Is there a black source on top of our library? There sort of is, but I'll take that. I mean, it's a temporary black source, so we'll have to choose between Painful Truce and Oblivion Strike. I think early we probably go for Painful Truce, which can dig us into the black that we so desperately need. Yeah, man, Painful Truths. Having it early is so much nicer because it lets you like get ahead before you get just like destroyed like we did in the last game when we played it and we were at 5 and it took us, or I think we were at 7, took us to 5, and then our opponent dropped us to 3. So not where you want to be. Right, we drew black anyway now, so same plan, but now we can hold on to our Crumbling Vestige for something else. And we draw 3, go to 17, but that is pretty good right now. We hit all lands, which is not exactly ideal, but does get us closer to drawing more non-lands. But we have no creatures, which is not so good, especially since we need to win rather quickly. Okay, Cultivator Drone. I think for now I just play the drone. I mean, you know, we'll take 3 this turn. A sweep away turn where we can like sweep this guy away and like make him, you know, after he's pumped a bunch of mana into it, seems pretty appealing to me. But like I said, we kind of need to win this quickly, given our time. May just have to Oblivion Strike that thing. I mean, it does become kind of a problem, and I mean, playing Dampening Pulse is interesting because it'll force him to leave mana up. That thing too. Yeah, I think now we have to play Dampening Pulse. We'll leave black up to bluff that trick. Well, we never saw it, so So yeah, we'll play our Pulse, which makes the Baloth pup not much of a threat, and makes it so. I mean, I'd probably block the Baloth pup if he swings with it. I'll block this thing. Ugh, I don't really want to though. God, if it weren't for time, if it weren't for the time problem, because we need to hold on to a creature like right now because we have no way, no other way of winning. You know, that's what our deck really lacks. Like in the last game, I mean, we also had some bad luck. Like last game, we went turns and turns and turns without drawing one of the other several flyers in our deck who would have gotten us there. So that's definitely a factor. Oh, God. I think I just take it. I think I do just take it here. All right. I just feel like I need to hold on to this creature given the time. Right, Scythe Leopard doesn't concern me a whole lot, except for that he can do a lot of other things. Okay, awesome. Where have you been, man? All right, so we're going to clutch with Awaken. Bounce that guy, do some of that. I forgot this card was even in our deck. It's one, sadly, kind of a win condition in our deck. All right, so I think we just get in for 3 here. Given our low life total, we would take 3 back, so. All right, does he have a trick? He does, but it's a 2-for-1, so I think I'm okay with it. Though slowing us down right now does have some serious value, so keeping us from damaging him, you know, when we're at 5 minutes-ish is pretty valuable. Okay, we are looking at one ugly hand, despite a painful truce for 3 cards. You know, we are in trouble. So I'm going to declare a block here, and, well, if he attacks with both of them, I'm probably... Yeah, I'm going to declare a block here, and when he pumps the mana into it, use Sweep Away, which is pretty sweet, I think. All right, sweep that dude away. Library. Okay, that's nice. We're going to swing now. How about that? Swinging away. We don't have another creature in our graveyard at this point, though, for the Null Caller's ability, but it can block pretty well. Which, granted, right now what we really need is aggressiveness. Like, we need to draw a way to be aggressive, and we're not getting it. Drew Path Warden. Okay, well, we're going to have to Oblivion Strike that. It breaks through our board, basically, so that's better. So I think here we go Oblivion Strike. We swing for 4. We play our Blinding Drone and drop our Crumbling Vestige, so we have the colorless to use it. Blue. So, like, if he spends a turn here playing the guy that we've already bounced to the top of his library, we're pretty okay with that. Would love to just top deck a Merc Strider for that. I'd be really happy to top deck a Merc Strider, actually. Okay, Harvester Troll. Probably going to sacrifice his Scythe Leopard since it's not doing much. Yeah, that is what he does. And he does slow our onslaught, and of course we drew a land. Awesome. That last game, did I have 2 colorless sources? Did I have Cultivator Drone in play 2 and totally space on it? I Can't really remember. Right, that guy again. Captain's Claws. That'd be bad if I had that, because that was like my game to win, sort of. Oh, good. That is quite nice right now. So we're going to go Oblivion Strike on this Relentless dude. Swing for 4. Kabam, kabam. Drop our opponent to 10. These guys are doing the damage. I mean, we're going to have a problem if he plays like a curve topping bomb of some kind, but you know, that's the play right now. All right, Canopy Gorger, like that. I mean, it's not a bomb. God, why? Why can we not draw a better card? Like, that's my question. So I think now, what do we tap down when he goes to combat? Does he have removal too? Okay, no, but he can make his guys bigger now. That's also not good for us. Yeah, that's really not good. What does he pump? He pumps his Harvest Troll. So we're going to tap. Oh, man, are we going to tap? I can triple block and kill Canopy Gorger. And he can only kill one creature. But, like, is he going to attack with Canopy Gorger? He will if I tap the guy down. But he probably... Let's see. I mean, I'm willing to take some damage here. If he decides not to attack with his Gorger. Alright, he decided not to attack with his Gorger. We can at least, well, yeah, we're going to block the ally even though it's not much of a threat to us. That drops us to 7. Alright, so we're going to do this. We're going to do that. Increase our chances of drawing not a land. Alright. We can now make zombies. No, we can't. We didn't lose a creature. I wish I could make zombies. Alright, so we're going to play Warden of Geometries. We're going to end our turn. Now I can tap something down without too much concern. Yeah. So we'll tap that guy down. All right. Oh, God. Cinder Hellion. Yeah, that's bad. Things are not looking good. Oh, man. We are real good at drawing cards in this game, in this tournament in general. We have drawn so many lands. It is kind of disgusting. All right, he's putting it on that. Do we trap this guy with trample? I think we do. And what do you do? Swing with both? It's probably what you should do. What? Okay. Maybe he's just hoping to time us out. That was weird. This could bear some significance. Oh, God. This is this is not ideal. ideal. Let me just say that. All right, we tap the guy with trample again. Just like the risk of tricks, trample, all that stuff is just, it's just bad. It's just bad news. Does he attack here? No. Well, time for us to go on the offensive. Get in for 2 in the air. This is the only flyer we can draw against this guy. Right, now we play Carrier Thrall, who can pretty significantly like block for a while. Like the guy with trample is a problem, but we just can just keep tapping it down. And the Carrier Thrall can just chump. Okay, well, right, well, we still tap the guy with trample. I mean, he can't do a whole lot of attacking because of the fact that we can swing back so hard. Like, if he attacked with everything. Ooh, plummet. All right, well, that's not cool. So we have 2 more. Like, if he swung here, I would be thrilled. Well, no, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd be thrilled. We can make a zombie at the end of his turn, though, and he may not notice that, which means if we just chump here, we can then make a zombie, tap this, and have lethal, right? Yes. That is, ooh. I think we may have gotten what we needed there. This deck seriously is lacking, mine that is lacking a big threat. Opponent's hand's empty, so, all right. So we have 2, 4, 6. Oh no, it's not quite going to be lethal. Not quite. Oh. I was like, I totally have creatures in my graveyard. Ooh, it will be lethal. Oh. Black, please. I'm running out of time here. Null Caller. For the win, I think. So that's 2, 4, 6. Yeah. I think it may have been lethal anyway. So opponent's hand's empty. We tap this and swing for lethal. All right. Opponent should not have attacked. That worked out quite well for us. We got there. Went 2-1 with our deck lacking any major threats and not being able to draw flying finishers. We did have a few of those at least. And but, you know, Null Caller ended up being the what won us the game there. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you do, you'll get more